AITA for telling my dad's wife to suck it up. Not your typical AITA story relating to a step-parent. My dad married his wife when I was 10. My mom had died 2 years earlier. She never tried to be my mom or got jealous that I loved my mom, but she sure hated the fact my dad was not single by choice and was so jealous of the 3 photos we had displayed in the house, one in the living room, one in the dining room and one in my room, that she asked for them to be taken out of sight and my dad complied. She also hated that he had contact with my mom's family, still mostly for me, so even though he did not cut me off from them, he has not spoken to them since, and she gets so annoyed when they show up for stuff like my high school graduation or my birthdays. I moved in with my boyfriend back in February of last year and then everything shut down and I did not see my dad for a while. He never saw my house or anything. It was only in January that we saw each other again, and then a few weeks ago he and his wife came over to see the house and she was uncomfortable when she saw photos of my mom, but specifically the family photos of when my mom was alive, and she made a comment followed by asking me if I would take them down while she was there, and when I said no, she said I must have put them up to rub it in her face. I told her to suck it up, and if I had to learn how to live in a house where photos of my mom were hidden, she could learn to live with being inside a house with photos of her while she was a guest and not even living there. She told me there was no reason to be rude and I should try to see it from her perspective. She has been giving my dad a hard time ever since, then told me she was sorry for making the request and the least I could do is apologize for being so rude over a simple mistake. I do not think I am in the wrong at all. I think it is kinda effed up that my dad goes along with all this and is okay with pretending my mom never existed around her. But I wonder if I was a little rude and should have left it at a number. It irked me when she brought up the photos and asked me to take them down, like she did not already have too much control over the photos in my bedroom when I lived there. AITA. NTA, your father enables your stepmother. She told me there was no reason to be rude and I should try to see it from her perspective. What perspective would that be? As a guest in your home, you are displaying pictures of you family. She has been giving my dad a hard time ever since, then told me she was sorry for making the request and the least I could do is apologize for being so rude. Please. She is ridiculous. She walked into your home and asked you to remove pictures of your mother. Let us all pause and reflect upon how insane and entitled a person must be to act this way. I would never, ever, apologize. If she wants to complain to your father, good for her. He is the one who should tell her she is being unreasonable and overbearing and completely inappropriate. He can enjoy her bitching since he is the one who should shut her down, but does not. NTA, your father enabled her rampant insecurities by complying with her every wish. Your statement was dead on and not rude. If she can learn to get over it, perhaps you can build some better memories together. NTA, it was incredibly rude of her to ask you to hide pictures of your mom while she was there. Based on what you wrote, she probably also banned you from talking about your mom in their home, which would be horrible as well. You shouldn't have to apologize for letting her know that it is your house, your decorations. Good for you to stand up for yourself. You're not alone when it comes to having a parent being walked all over by the step-parent. My stepmom won't come into my house because I have a picture of my mom up. NTA, you weren't rude. You responded to a rude request asking for you to make changes to your own place of residence by someone who doesn't live there. Stepmom does need to suck it up. NTA, I would tell your dad that your mom and her memory is, and always will be an important part of your life, that he may be okay with his wife trying to erase your mom's existence, but you never have been and never will be, that you had to deal with it as a child in their home. But now you are an adult with a home of your own, and it is their turn to deal with what you want. Their choices are to accept it or not visit. NTA, you do not have anything to apologize for. Regardless of how she feels about your mom, she is way out of line trying to dictate what photos you can display in your own home. Also, while I can somewhat understand her not wanting those photos displayed in the shared areas of her house, she was also wrong to ask that you not have them in your own room. My husband's ex-wife is very much alive and I have pictures of her in my house. My stepdaughter and I made a little light and string photo display area and she has an instant camera. There are probably 20+ photos of her mom in her room. We only have one in the common room, but it's small and out of the way. I couldn't even imagine taking them away, and she physically sees her mom every other week. If her mom was dead, I'd probably help her making a friend. I am Hispanic. OPS stepmother is just his dad's wife. She isn't anything close to a mother. Thank you for being a good stepmom and actually making a point to form a bond with your stepdaughter. Show that you respect and value her relationship with her mom. I know she appreciates it. She used to tell me you're not my mom. My husband would tell her she was being rude at first, but I told him to cut the shit. The truth isn't he rude, it just exists. We gradually got closer, and it helped that my bio daughter and her are BFFs. Now, she tells everyone she got an extra mom, so I think it's working so far. NTA, your response was the right one to someone who tried to tell you what photos to display in your own house. She sounds horrible, and I would feel sorry for your dad, but he has let himself be bullied in this situation, so it is his own fault. NTA, your stepmother having pictures of your mother hidden doesn't actually erase her from existing. Her stating that you displaying pictures of your mother were to rub it in her face is ludicrous. I can speak to your tone since I was not there to hear it, but you telling her to suck it up, etc. was not rude, it was the truth. She forced a child to live in a space where pictures of their own mother were not allowed to be displayed. If you feel compelled to try and smooth this over, the only thing you can apologize for is that she perceived this as a personal attack when it wasn't. But even that isn't owed. Stand your ground. You're allowed to have photos of your mother, talk about her, and whatever else you need or want to do regarding your memories or feelings. NTA, it's rude to come into someone else's house and make requests like that. She shouldn't be annoyed at the fact that you loved your mom and share good memories. Especially she wasn't interested in building a relationship with you. She just sounds jealous and petty. NTA, she sounds awful. Good for you for sticking up for yourself and wanting your home to be decorated however you prefer. She certainly did the same when she married your father. She had no issue effectively telling you to suck it up when she married your father. NTA, just maintain your position that she is an important member of the family that deserves places of honor in your house and stick to that. Do not get drawn into petty bullshit. NTA, it takes a very insecure woman to feel threatened by and competing with a dead woman. She's your mom. This is your home. You deserve to honor her and your space. Stepmom doesn't have to visit you if it bothers her so much. Oh, for sure, those types of people are absurdly insecure. I know someone who married a widower, and the first thing she did when she moved into his house was throw the mother of all tantrums to make him dump the ashes of his deceased wife who he'd spent 20 years with. She was very proud of herself for getting her out of their home. Sad, sick people. I know someone whose new stepmom did something like this, except she actually threw out all of the pictures and mementos of their mom so that they literally had nothing from her. She even raided my friend's jewelry box. Their father did nothing, and I will never understand it. My friend hasn't seen or spoken to him since she moved out after college. Thanks for watching. Consider subscribing for more videos.